Yeah, this conversation is quite an interesting one because directly didn't have anything to do with hip hop. But there was a guy on Twitter that hit me and Mike and someone else up at Black Moon Tyler, and he asked us, you know, if we were going to do anything on it, and you know, should there be a response for hip hop? Remember that, Mike? Dead in hip hop conversations.
Like sit down, dead in hip hop.
Dead in hip hop conversations. We're here with Night Wonder.
What's good, homie?
Peace to the A.
Dead in hip hop.
I guess we're starting the conversation, huh?
Yeah.
Basically, I didn't want to have that discussion with people because white folks were pissing me off, black folks were pissing me off. So therefore, I stopped talking to all of y'all. I was my own race for about a week. That's it.
The C-Town race.
The C-Town race. Just because, you know, you had these drastic extremes, and no one, in my opinion, was thinking about the situation rationally. It's almost like it wasn't even about Trayvon anymore. It was about, I'm mad and I want to express why I'm mad. Or it was, you're mad and I want to show why you're stupid for being mad. So I just got to a point where I just didn't want to discuss it with anyone.
So why did you think that should be a response from hip hop?
Why did I think there should be? Because, to be honest, and I know people are going to feel some kind of way about this, but even though this discussion does not really have anything to do with hip hop, I feel like, I don't want to say this is hip hop's fault, but I feel like hip hop has their foot in this. You know what I mean? Like, hip hop, in a way, controls a lot of the way black males are stereotyped now and viewed. If hip hop really was bothered by this, I feel like hip hop should be doing a lot more to prevent it from happening. This is not the first time a black kid has been killed. Not even talking about from a white person, not even talking about from a Hispanic person. Killed, period. We've made death a complete and total joke. When rappers, and that's why, I'll go ahead and get this out the way, that's why I have an issue really with us even talking about this. Because as hip hop fans, I feel like whenever a rapper is rhyming about the many creative ways he can kill somebody, we're sitting back, oh shit, he said he would chop that nigga's head off and kill his baby. Ah, that was dope. But then when it actually happens, we want to cry about it.
There's an outcry.
What right do we really have to say that this is so fucked up, this is so fucked up, but at the same time, we don't care when our black males, our richest black males, entertainers, are talking about this stuff and making it out to be a joke. The whole social commentary thing of NWA, that time is gone. No one is going to tell me that a lot of these rappers now are still talking about social commentary. They're doing it because that is what's cool. It's cool to talk about, and what makes them money. It's cool to talk about killing motherfuckers. And we support it. All of us support it.
Prime example.
But we want to cry about Trayvon. All right, explain that one, please.
What's that? Prime example. Look the way how the hip hop culture embraced 50 Cent getting shot 9 times.
Like that's a cool thing, exactly.
And they turned in, oh man, 50 Cent got shot 9 times. He a real ass.
I was about to say that. He's a real nigga.
Yeah.
So I guess Trayvon is the realest nigga in the world, isn't he? He fucking died for nothing. 50 Cent got shot for nothing. And we were cool with it. Why?
2 iconic MCs get killed.
Right, 2 of our, yes, there you go. Say it, B.
Two of our most iconic hip hop figures get killed over nothing. And you know, when that happened, like you said, people want to cry about it, but then while it was going on, yeah man, fuck the East Coast, fuck the West Coast, fuck all that shit, they can eat all that, and then as soon as they get killed, yo man, this shit gotta stop, man.
I know. No, you're right. People were like that.
Man,
absolutely.
We shouldn't have lost them, man. And then you turn around and you got 50 Cent in the game shooting at each other. Oh, they cool as hell. 50 Cent came at me, so I had to shoot at his bodyguards and stuff like that. Then they making it look like it's cool.
Right.
So,
Or JoJo.
but then it was,
Shot.
Gucci and Jeezy and all of that. Like,
Oh, Gucci killing that dude.
Yeah.
Makes him a real nigga. Though,
right, makes sense.
So you think there should be a response from hip hop?
I feel like Mike, man, like, the perception. I always hate this phrase, perception is reality. But I definitely think that, the dude Zimmerman, because of what's stereotyped of, oh, you got a black hoodie, you're black, you probably listen to hip, you a nigga. I don't know, man. That's why I always say that, there just needs to be balance, because it's not just one thing, and I think that hip hop just has such a negative connotation. And do I think that there needs to be a response? I honestly, I don't know, man. I'm indifferent. I feel like if you feel that your voice needs to, you feel like somebody needs to hear your voice on it, then speak out.
I'm not even focused on the fact that this was a race issue. I'm more focused on the fact that you have now given everyone the same mentality that it's okay for me to go outside and shoot someone, and it's not a big deal. I'm more concerned with more Zimmermans. I have cousins that like hip hop, that are young. Some of them like to wear hoodies. Should I be concerned with saying, yeah man, go to CVS and get me a drink? They could walk down the street and get shot just because of how they look. And I'm not even defending Trayvon. I wasn't there. I don't know if Trayvon whooped Zimmerman's ass. I don't know if he called him a cracker. I don't know what the fuck happened. All I'm saying is, this is a situation that is going to be a domino effect. And everyone's ignoring that. Nah, Shawty, we gotta get them crackers though, Shawty. Them crackers don't kill another one of us. Black life ain't shit no more, Shawty. It's your fault.
And Mike, I agree, but I slightly disagree on the law of stand your ground, because to me the way I interpret that law is so that you can defend yourself if somebody attacks you. So, right?
If you're in
yes. But what I'm saying is people are using that law as a reason to kill people. This isn't the first time this has happened.
No.
Black people have done this to white people, and other white people have done this to black people. Did you hear the story? I can't remember the guy's name. It was an old white guy was on the street. A black kid walks up, and his mother is in the background. The guy pulls a gun on him. Who was taking the trash out?
The boy's name is Darius Simmons.
Okay, and he's walking towards the white dude. The white dude goes up with him with
towards the driveway because he's trying to take his trash out.
The white guy roll up on him then? Okay, he holds a gun to him. And he says, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. And the mom's saying, no, what are you doing? Don't shoot him. He shot him dead in his chest. Now all your faces right now, you're like, God, I never even heard of this. But Trayvon.
But right? This is the guy that thought he stole something from him, right?
That's a different one.
God damn.
That wait, are we talking about the same
Yeah, that was I've heard the
there's
story,
like
but
6 that surfaced right after Trayvon happened. There was all of these different ones.
I heard of one.
Yeah, and then the one with the warning shot, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude.
She got 20.
Yeah, she got 20 in prison. Like, you're not even talking jail.
I'm just saying, man, I didn't hear, and I'm glad you knew his name because I didn't. But I don't claim to be a revolutionary either.
I have an issue with saying, oh yeah, like talking about the way, if a black person articulates themselves that way, that's the way they speak, and we really need to move away from this like, oh, you ignorant because you talk like this. It doesn't matter how you talk. Like the girl, Rachel, is that her name, that testified on Trayvon Martin's part? But black people were dogging her out. Why? That's how she speaks. But this is a problem that we have in our black community. We're so quick to tear somebody down because how they talk or where they're from. Of course that girl was nervous sitting on the stand. Of course she's not used to being on the stand. She doesn't talk to cops. I don't like to talk to cops. Like, I just have an issue with where we're going. We don't have a outlet, a voice. This is what hip hop is supposed to do. This is what hip hop was. It was our outlet. It was our communication with each other. Me and Kadiri were talking about how we don't know what's going on in our community, and that's a great way to alienate us. And one of the things I really think other minorities have is they recognize that they're in a foreign land. We don't. So we're so, because you have to make a decision. Are you going to assimilate? Stand your ground, be down with Zimmerman, or you're going to stand up for yourself and say, no, this is not okay, this is not what we want for our own people, and what are we going to do about it? But it's not going to happen because we made a rap song or because we didn't. There's going to be a revolution, and there's never been a revolution without violence.
Yeah, I want to touch on the subject about the music, for as the violence in music. I think when it comes down to the beat, like the chant.
Yeah.
If it's like Lil Jon or 3 6 Mafia, do you know it's meant to like get you amped up and we're just trying to wild out. But I think like a diss record is something where you can say, yeah, that's kind of personal. You know what I mean? Where he's definitely trying to attack that person. But I'm saying like the whole hardcore rap music, you gotta respect it as being like entertainment. Like I listen to Brother Lynch and I know it's entertainment. Like I don't take it serious like this guy's gonna go out here and actually do it. So I think that's a poor excuse to use on like maybe they should tone their music down, or you know, trying to use that as an excuse to why, you know, you should, you know, look at black people a certain way.
I can listen to Brother Lynch hum and not want to go out and do anything while like chop a chick's head off and fuck the whole. I have no interest in that. But a lot of these kids out here, they don't look at it like that. They look to these people as role models. We all know a lot of these kids don't have dads. And a lot of them, unfortunately, look to these rappers for guidance. And I'm not saying that it's the rapper's fault, but at the same time, if you feel like your only purpose to the world is to write songs about killing any and everybody, not just personal diss tracks. I'm talking about you've made an entire album where 75% of your album is talking about killing other black kids. But how can you say that you have no fault in the ills of the black community? This is partly your fault. Try to do something positive. I'm totally fine when people call Tupac a hypocrite. Because he did write songs like that, but at the same time he wrote positive songs and he went out there and spoke to people.
But those like personal diss records towards Biggie.
I'm talking about just that one.
I'm saying for it's like, if you think about Chief Keef and Walker music, I think they just make tracks like it's a business. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
But killing black males should not be a business. Killing black kids should not be a business.
Not necessarily like that, but like, if you're from a gang culture and you like, I want to rep my gang, we the hardest. Bloods, you know, like that. I don't think that's meant to be like our song towards, we're gonna go out and kill somebody, but it's like a chant, like a tribal, you know what I mean? Tribal hype song.
But here's the thing, right? Like Chief and all these guys, they come from an environment where it's extremely violent. And obviously that's the music that they rap about because that's what they know. Right. They're kids. That's what they know. This is what I grew up on. Like this gang member right here that I associate with, this is my brother. I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for this guy. And for all of the other people that are in this gang pumping me and pushing me to you know what I'm saying? Like y'all have my back. So I feel where we're going, like, but at the same time, some of these artists, when you have a voice, you have to use that voice. And sometimes I understand that this is what you know, but because you have a lot of people's ear, again, like Pac, you could do that because that's what you feel, that's what you know, whatever. But at the same time, you gotta give people something.
Explain yourself.
Yeah.
Come out and say like this is why I do
right
this. Like nobody knows why Chief Keef does this type of music because nobody's talking to him. All we're doing is we're throwing him on the radio.
It's like 17.
It doesn't
like
matter.
No, it does matter.
Because no
it
one
does
is
matter
talking
because
to him,
if there are people talking to him, 50 Cent, who you called out, reached out to him and tried to talk to him. This is what you should do with your business. These are the things you need to do to stay out of trouble. My thing is, you have to stop putting all this responsibility on a child. If you recorded me at 18 and played it now, would I be like, yes, that's exactly who I am today? No, that was over a decade ago. Like,
I'm not just saying it's the fault of the rappers. I'm sorry, Ken. Give me 2 seconds. I'll shut up. I promise. I'm not just saying that it's the fault of Chief Keef. It's also the fault of everyone that is putting him on the radio and hyping him up. What I mean by nobody talking to him, yeah, sure. 50 Cent reached out to him and said, this is what you should do with your business. Nobody's talking to him and saying, hey man, like, what is actually motivating you to make this kind of music? What is making you want to do?
Motivating him.
We know. But the world doesn't.
They can look at his first video and see what's motivating him.
That's my point. The majority of mainstream media is not reaching out to him to find out what's going on. Yeah, we know Chicago's fucked up because we pay attention because we kind of have to. But a lot of the people that listen to his music, they have no fucking clue what's going on, and they don't care.
And then here's the thing: what about the people that don't listen to his music, like a Zimmerman that doesn't necessarily listen to him, but when you do hear it, it's like, holy crap, this is what all of you people listen to.
But why can you look at it like it's entertainment though?
And you know what?
Why can you look at it like a bunch of young guys?
It's real.
Right, and
because Chief Keef's life and what he's rapping about is real. That's not fake. That's not entertainment.
I agree.
That's not fake and that's not entertainment. Young Jeezy, you want me to keep going through all of these tracks? T.I. It's entertainment now. But that is coming from a real place, just like comedians.
They turned their life into entertainment.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And what's missing from all of this is that, like you said, it is real. And that's what these kids hear. They hear these songs, and they hear how they live. Even people outside of the kids, the mainstream media, they hear the narrative, they hear their stories like this is what these guys came from. And they look at how they're dressed, and they look at their background and the songs they make that basically, you know, promotes their violence, right? Promotes their violence. So they're seeing all of this and they're tying it together. So they're seeing how a T.I. or somebody would dress, and they're seeing where they came from, and they listen to the music, and all of a sudden they make a connection with everybody. So what's missing from all of this is for somebody to come out and say, these are just songs and entertainment. Mm-hmm. To kind of get back to what you're saying. Mm-hmm. It's saying, look, you know, but it's kind of, you're kind of bumping heads when you do that, because you're saying that I'm making the music about my lifestyle, and end up you saying this is how I live and this is what it is and this is reality. You know, I'm putting my life, you know, into a song, but there's nobody coming behind to further kind of educate and kind of.
But it's not even that. It's not even that. I think that in hip hop we need more hypocrites. We need more people to be like, you know what, yeah, you know, I could get this chick, I could do that, I could do this, and I could do all that, but at the same time, because you have that voice and you have a following, I honestly believe, and maybe I'm just too positive, but I honestly believe everybody has two sides of them. Like everybody, you know, you could be down and, you know, be negative or whatever, but everybody has a positivity side. Everybody, as a human being, should care about other human beings. So in hip hop, we don't talk about that enough. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the problem. I don't think that we just need just one positive artist. You should tap into all of you and make music about everything that you feel, even if it's just one positive song. You shouldn't feel like you can't put that out.
You can't say that everything is just entertainment, because what you're then doing, in my opinion, you're shitting on all the kids that are really going through that. A lot of these rappers, and this might be, again, like he said, this might just be me being overly positive, but I do believe that a lot of these rappers do make these songs because that is the reality they live in, and that is what they see every day. When they say you ever walked out with bullets passing you, like some of those people really live that. They really, when they go to the mailbox, bam, 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 they don't even jump anymore. It's just like, God damn, somebody else getting shot. When you look at that and you say, hey guys, it's all entertainment, you're shitting on those people. That is not entertainment. That is real fucking life.
Desensitizes you from reality.
And you stop caring.
Exactly.
Because, hey, black people are dying. It's just entertainment.
Exactly.
It's not a big deal. It's just, that is not just entertainment. To us, we can separate it because a lot of us have gone through that. A lot of our friends have gone through that. Our parents have gone through that. So we understand. But your average rap fan nowadays, black or white, they don't understand.
The problem with hip hop right now is that nobody is using their brain to be like, what should the world be like? And how can I influence that change? Everybody is just in the now, but nobody is trying to, hey, you know what, this is positive, this is how the world should be.
I can say this too, that the generation changed a lot, because the gangsters back then, you know, we had Nas, we had Pac, we had Cube, and like he said, it was always a two-side story. Like he said, it's two-side story to everything. Right now, we get into the gangster that's winning, pretty much. Like, you know, I'm from the hood, and now I got money. Then you're gonna hear about my Ferraris, my cars, and everything like that. That's why I'm saying like it's entertainment, because I don't after a while I don't hear the gangsters from these guys no more. I don't hear the streets from these guys no more. I hear the balling aspect of the rap music, where they're like, you know, look at this clothing line I got on, look at these clothes I got on. So I don't see them as threat no more. So that's why I'm like, it's entertainment now, and that's like I don't feel the streets in their music no more.
It's like not relatable to you.
Yeah, it's not relatable
Yeah, but
no
then
more.
people
You know what I
complain
mean?
though. Then people complain. Like when people stop talking about killing people, then other motherfuckers get mad.
But there
No,
are
no.
people addressing it on a social. Go ahead.
But who?
No, go ahead.
But who?
Like Kendrick, you're moving backwards if you suggest that you sleep with the tech. Go
Okay,
call
so
it.
you got Kendrick. Who else?
But I mean,
No. But who else? Who else is telling mainstream media what the fuck is going on besides Kendrick right now?
I mean,
There's
There
no,
you go.
but it's more rap music right now. It's more of like a business
yeah.
corporation
Absolutely.
thing. Especially
Absolutely.
DJ Khaled and Cash Money and all those guys running the scene right now. And I think the Voice and Critics is definitely missing. I'm talking about the homegrown grassroots
Yeah.
rapper is definitely
But the
missing.
streets have changed. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think they
I don't
have,
think
bro.
You don't think so?
Streets don't change.
Streets are getting worse.
You know,
Yeah.
The streets are getting worse. The reason we don't understand it is because the mainstream media isn't covering it. There's no look. Positivity is not profitable anymore, right? Negativity is the only thing that makes money. But mainstream media is not going into the hood to say, "Hey guys, in Chicago, 12 people died this week." Why? Because it's a regular fucking
Way
basis.
more than 12.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but I'm just giving an example. Like on my birthday this past year, there was a shooting 3 blocks down the street from my house where a dude got killed over nothing. I didn't see that shit anywhere but Facebook from people in my neighborhood. Nobody else covered it because it didn't fucking matter. Like the parts of my neighborhood that used to be good, people are getting killed there on a regular basis now. On a regular basis. Home invasions. There was just one last week. This poor chick was visiting her friend from out of town. Home invasion. She gets killed. The owner of the house gets mortally wounded. No, I'm sorry, not mortally wounded, just wounded. He lived. No one covered it. But like I said, everyone wants to cry revolutionary when the mainstream media covers something. Everybody wants to be Huey Newton when a big popular story comes through. But motherfuckers are dying every single day and no one's saying shit.
Hold on, I want to
No
say
one.
something about that. This girl that you showed me, I'm gonna mess up her name. She's from Nigeria. Her name is Chimamanda Adichie.
Spell her name, her last name.
Her last name is Adichie, and she made a point that in America we tell the story secondly. So you tell a story about the Native Americans shooting arrows at the Pilgrims, and you have a different story than the Pilgrims coming to America and the Native Americans defending their land, right? So now we're at a point where we only talk about the secondly. Trayvon Martin had weed in his system when he was killed, so therefore he should have died. We've legislated that black lives mean less than white lives, right? I mean, can we all agree on that? That's how I feel about the ruling. That's what they said. Your black youth is less important than my neighborhood. And so we always tell the second story. In rap, we're hearing the second story. We're hearing the gang violence. We're hearing the shooting of each other, but we're not talking about how we got here. And that's the voice that we're missing in rap. We don't know our history. We don't know how we got here. If we could understand where we are and how we made it there, then we could talk about how to change it.
I'm not going to even get into particulars of the case. You guys can if you want to. I don't feel like I'm qualified to do that because I wasn't there. But what I will say is I don't know that I would call me feeling like this 17-year-old kid might be a little wild. I don't think I would call that cowardly. I look at the world like I'm going to protect myself any means possible.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're threatening me or my family or my friends, then I'm going to do.
There was no threat.
I'm not talking about Trayvon. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even going to talk about the particulars of Trayvon because I wasn't there, and I think that it's kind of improper for us to try to insert ourselves into that situation because none of us know what the fuck happened. Now we can all. Never mind. It doesn't even matter. What I'm saying is, if I came out my house and there was a 17-year-old kid in my front yard, yeah, I would first say, "Hey man, what are you doing? Like, why are you walking through my yard?"
Yeah.
And if he popped off, but before I said anything, I would make sure there was something near me. then I can bust his head to the white meat if I have to. I don't think that's cowardly. I think that's smart.
I don't have a problem with that, but I'm talking about having the mentality like I'm gonna need a gun.
You never know.
Man, hell no, man.
No.
Let me tell you, like,
Man, not for no young boy.
man, hold on.
But those young boys have guns too. That's the
I
problem.
We're not on
understand
the
it.
south side of Chicago.
Chicago, that's what
I
I'm saying.
understand, but it doesn't matter.
Sanford, Florida is crazy, and it's been crazy for a minute.
Bro, Kirkwood. That's where people, I'm telling you, if y'all think it's funny, Kirkwood is a mostly white neighborhood. 3 people got shot there in the last month. A kid will kill you before an adult will, because a kid does not understand the consequences of death. Kids do not understand what death means. They think that like 50 Cent, they can come back from it.
Right.
They think that like Tupac, they can come back from it.
I'm talking about in a project, ratchet neighborhood maybe, but that suburb.
I'm talking about in a suburb of Marietta. Those motherfuckers will shoot you until they shoot you.
You know what it is?
Until they shoot you.
You know what it is? You old school. You old school. You old school. You old school.
Back in our day, people fought.
Right? Exactly.
They didn't shoot. Nowadays, they don't
You gotta
fight.
understand, and you said this a little bit earlier. These kids are not. They're not taking hip hop as entertainment. They're listening to this stuff. They're observing this stuff.
Like
they
movies,
want to
man.
be this. They want to be these guys.
So these rappers are talking about these guns and everything that they sleep with and all this and all that. And if you come around me, I got this 45. Guess what them kids are doing?
Exactly.
They got them 45s. They got them
trying to-
22s, and they got their little
100 people
militia.
But when we talking about this case though, I'm getting the feeling like they looking at all black youth as being
Of
like.
course they are.
I'm talking about.
That's nothing new.
I'm not even talking about like, Forrest, the Carlton Banks type of young guys that's coming up. I'm talking about your youth that has dreads or they want to have tattoos early and stuff, and they're looking at them like, protect yourself from them.
That's
By all
nothing
means,
new.
protect yourself from them.
nothing
And
new,
that's
man.
why, Zimmerman was able to get off. But I'm looking at it like I'm not timid at all about these young.
And neither was Zimmerman.
Yeah, but he had a
you
gun though.
don't
He had a gun.
pursue-
He had a gun.
that was me. I'm not gonna pursue a child, and after like if I feel that threatened, I mean maybe I need to move, but I'm not about to be backed down.
Power.
Yeah.
He has a gun. He's
You
like,
can't
I'm not
be a
afraid.
coward. If you a coward with a gun, you was a coward
But
before.
y'all say I gave you power. I'm not. I gave you power.
No.
I'm just saying.
He just said how that's how Zimmerman.
Yeah, that's how he
I got
felt.
this piece. I dare this little 17-year-old kid try something on me. He did.
You know, I just don't think that it was handled in an adult manner. Of course, you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't because.
And you're saying you would handle it in an adult manner.
Yeah, of course. Because here's the thing: you get on the phone, you call the cops. Hey, you know what? I see somebody suspicious. They bobbing their head, whatever he was saying. Now, if you felt the need to address this person, then address this person as a person, as a human being. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, homie. Hey, we don't have some. You around here, you live here. This, that, and the third. And that's it. Just have a conversation. And that's the problem. It's like we feel like we gotta come at people with force and power.
Reasonably.
You sure are.
Way
Because
too
I know
reasonable,
motherfuckers
dog.
that'll jump on you just for saying that. Hey, do you live around
Joking.
here? What the fuck you had me for? I live here.
And I feel you. Hey, I live there.
Sorry.
We were looking at hip hop, right, and what hip hop does, and how we have certain images or imagery in hip hop that leads to certain profiling, as in this case. And Jason Whitlock from Fox Sports, people, you're pretty familiar with his trolling ass.
Stand him, man.
Well, he said he called hip hop as no, he didn't call hip hop as the devil, but there was another guy, the guy from the Last Boys. Anyway, but what he was saying is that hip hop is partially responsible for what happened. This is what Jason Whitlock said. He said, thug rappers and their employees are partially to blame for Zimmerman seeing a black kid in a hoodie and immediately thinking punk criminal. The same group is also partially responsible for making young people think it's cooler to pose as a wannabe thug than a wannabe scholar. Agree or disagree?